This is William and I down at the Yoker Renfrew Ferry, picking up life belts that the ferrymen very kindly lift out when they see them floating down the river. A wee gentle shove against the current, using as much leverage as we can right out on the front of the log, and see what happens. With any luck, it will move. And we are being lucky. You've got to take it very gently so that the boat doesn't go over the top of all the rubbish and get your propeller caught in it. So it's a kind of dead slow and stop job. But it does look as though we're getting it. Then we'll get it down river, make sure none of the racing boats that will be out, make sure none of them hit it, and then we'll get it down to the weir and through the weir where it will be collected downstream.
Mr. George Parsonage took over from his father as officer of the Glasgow Humane Society in 1979, having assisted him for many, many years before that. Based on the banks of the Clyde River, he is on call 24 hours a day, 365 days a year to assist the emergency services rescuing those who get into difficulty on the river. He has many types of different types of boat available to him and other life-saving apparatus. It is estimated that he has been responsible for or involved in the rescue of over 1,500 men, women and children. In February this year, it was resolved unanimously by the Committee of the Royal Humane Society that George Parsonage be awarded a special silver medal as a mark of their esteem for his exemplary humanity and courage in devoting himself to the saving of life at all times of day and night for over 3 decades. George has kindly agreed to tell us a little bit about the Glasgow Humane Society and his work after the presentation. I would be grateful, ma'am, if you would kindly present the special silver medal to Mr. George Parsonage.
I'm very proud of the work my father did, all 5'1" of them. As I keep saying to police officers, I'm sorry, I'm not taking you out in the boat because you're top heavy. The smaller you are, the better centre of gravity you've got in a boat. Father was fantastic, not because he was my father. As I say, I'm obviously very highly honoured to get the award. I don't count it just for myself, it's for the big team, it's for the people who founded humane societies, the London, the Royal, societies all over the world. It's for my wife Stephanie, my little boys Benjamin and Christopher, for my sisters Elizabeth and Anne, and for all the police officers and ambulance crew, the fire brigade. You know, it's a huge bag. All the citizens of Glasgow, all the people that rush to help when there is trouble. It's a big group, and this award is for us all. Yeah.
This is the footpath at Richmond Park that we keep complaining about. This is the horizontal bar type fencing that was condemned many years ago because it's just a ladder for people to climb over. This railing has been repaired about 4 or 5 times anyway, by outside contractors, although we thought we'd made arrangements for the people who are going to be building the houses here to put up a nice new fence, the same as we have the recommended fence in the opposite bank at Glasgow Green. Because if anybody's going to buy a house here, they want their children to be safe from the river. They don't want them straying down. There's gaps in this fence you can go through, you can climb it so easily. You can see the repairs that have been done have never been painted. the leaves have just been blown in to the bottom of the fence, which means that the fence is rotting away very, very quickly. They haven't been gathered up, just blown in. Nobody seems to be bothering with this section. And the thing is, in the not too distant future, this is all going to be really nice with a new restaurant and new premises for the model boat club. We've got all the rowers rowing by. It's, you know, where we have a lot of the races pass here. Nothing gets de-littered now. It's just, I don't understand it. I don't see why it can't be in the planning consent that the people who are building houses here, they're going to make millions out of it. Why can't we spend a wee bit of that on the river bank? Of course William can do it, yeah. And this is this froth we're talking about lying in the corner in here. Here we are on the banks of the Clyde at the village, the games village. And you can see here we have wall to wall hog reed, 20 odd feet high. Just goes on and on and on along the river bank. This is round the bend of the Marnock sewage works. The water has risen fully a metre. Kingfisher just flew by us. And another. You can see the old posts of that were used to support up the banking, and even in behind there are some horizontal beams still existing, just existing. It's taken a pounding over the years. The last time the water level fell, the council had to put in at least 3 sections of gabion baskets around the outside of this, or the inside of this bend below the footpath. You can still see some of the original bastic slag stones from the steelworks lying about. But there's certainly been a fair bit of movement, and there's a lot ready to go. This bit here has fallen right forward, and you can see now where it actually should be, but it's just broken away and came right forward. There's a wagtail over there, nice yellow wagtail. You think I knew what I was talking about? I think I was a bird spotter. Oh, it's 3 of them. Wow. They're all coming out to get their photographs taken. Sunday the 5th of November, Clyde Street. You look right down and you see all the empty lifebelt posts. There's one lifebelt hanging because the vandals been having a heyday last night. Wall to wall rubbish in Yorkhill Basin. Unbelievable. And we talk about all the rubbish that finally gets washed out to sea. Keep everybody happy. The rubbish from the Marnock Bridge we have managed to free this afternoon. It is now coming downstream, although there seems to be very little run on the river. This is a perfect example of just how fast it is flowing. We're hoping this will clear the other bridges and we'll get it through the weir for uplifting by the boats in the harbour as soon as we can. This isn't Jailhouse Rock, this is River Clyde Rock. Well, I don't know if the rock comes from the River Clyde, it's going to end up in the River Clyde. All the rocks you see in the skips there are going to be put around the piers of the bridges to protect the piers from scouring with the flood water coming down river. It's worth noting that the St Andrews Suspension Bridge here is the lowest bridge on the river. Anything that gets through this bridge will get through any other bridge on the river. I don't think there's any problem here. He might have to take his hard hat off, but I don't think so. The pipe that is running underneath the suspension bridge is a services pipe, so they've got to be very, very careful that nothing damages that.